I just saw this post where they say Mohbad wife direct to me because I saw my name, Vincent. Finally, this will be like a real interview, even though we are not seeing ourselves. So all I need her to do is, after I reply to this her post, make she reply to me. I go reply again, make she reply to me. Wait till I won't hear. That truth when I define some information when I need go later come out. Because now they don't give me one information, so it's remaining small. You understand? So let's get right into it. So she said, Vincent, for nearly 2 years, I have endured your harassment, false narrative, and attempts to obstruct justice for my late husband, Mohbad. Despite my silence, you have continued to spread misinformation, even going as far as to question the paternity of our son, Liam. Let me make this clear. My silence was never weakness. It was a choice to mourn my husband with dignity and allow legal proceedings to take their course. Your relentless attack only exposed your bias against him and everything he stood for. But I firmly believe in karma. Let me reiterate that I will not be coerced into giving full details of any disagreements my husband and I had. Couples argue, and it's normal. I'd like to remind you that I recorded my husband during an episode he had after suffering trauma at the hands of NDLEA, and the hands of some NDLEA officers. I played the recording back to him and he apologized. We then moved forward, got married, and had a child. Your attempts to bully me and my son are futile. Vincent, you are the last person I will ever seek help from. Okay, that's nice. All right, so trauma. Said they have a fight. Trauma. All right, cool. So now let's go back. Now, Bumi, it's now time to play everything that happened. If you remember, when you have recently came out to explain what happened to Mohbad. You recently came out to explain, how he went for the show, he fought, he got a cut in his hand, he went back home, they called the nurse gave him an injection, you took him to the hospital. Basically, you have finally said it. Now, I have a question for you. This is everything you posted the day this boy buy. This now everything where come out that day. I have everything on my phone. I save them for the day like this, And I will ask you why. Now, you said, nothing makes him happy no more. Even after seeing his baby, he became more worried. He's now a family man. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. I was supposed to collect my baby's passport yesterday so we could process our traveling. He always said to me, Wumi, please go for my baby's sake. I wouldn't want these people to harm you. And him. It will break me. You just go. Let me face them myself. Ileri Oluwa, rest in peace. You really need that peace. Again, you said, this nigga struggled to buy too many pains, threatening. He has always lived with fear, continuous fights everywhere he goes to. He has never been happy for a whole day. He was called a junkie, a mad person, mental issues, so the public would have another view about him. He is by, at least, you all won. Take your trophy. You all made me a widow at 24. Olorun, Idajo, Re, Da. Again, you said, this is the picture of you and him. You said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Again, you said, we have so many plans. Two responsibilities have now become one. You were my ride or pie. I tried my best to make you stay. Lady Oluwa, I repeat, I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. This is a picture you posted that same day. Liam doesn't deserve this. What do I tell him? He would only grow to know his father through the internet and his picture. Iwo Olorun Sh0cking. This is another one. This nigga pie few minutes after I posted his son's 5-month birthday. Araye Egbami o. This is another one. You made pregnancy look so easy for me. You don't play no jokes when it comes to me. This is what you used to pay me back after 10 years. After 10 years of being with you. Ileri Oluwa, Josh Sh0cking. This is another one. I became a wife on this day. This nigga is so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but always make sure I don't lack in every area. Most artists don't do weddings, but proved how much he got me by doing ours. Nami know wetin death do me. No matter who I met, it can never be the same. Now, the question is, everything you posted on that fateful day when Mohbad died, why didn't you highlight the real story that you are telling us now after 2 years? There was never a part where you took 1 minute to share that, on my so day, we went out together. He had a fight with so person. When we got home, we called the nurse took an injection. Now, so he take by. Then we now carry on. Why didn't you highlight that part? You're talking about the narrative. I want you to understand that if to say on that first day, you just told the public the story of what happened to Mohbad, the real story, there would have been no need to talk about DNA tests. There would have been no any other narrative. You're talking about narrative when you started the narrative. If to say you tell us this story where you don't tell now after 2 years, if to say you start with that narrative, with that real story rather, if you say you start with that story, do you think you'll be in a position where people will go say, if like saying I will meet by this guy? Now let me ask you a question. Since you claim to be too innocent, imagine say as the public did that time where everybody dey vex for Naira Marley and Sam Larry and Zinoliski and others. Imagine say they go their house, they burn them down, they buy them. So after 2 years, you go come tell us say na not spy them when you clearly push the narrative that made it look as if na them actually buy them. Because with what you posted, it look as if some bad boys gather. They come shoot Mohbad back. It look as if some bad boys gather. They took a knife. It look as if that guy buy because now bad boys beat until he buy. That is everything you posted on that day. You did not highlight one part that says that this guy, he went to a show, he thought they took an injection, maybe the injection was too much, this and that and this and that. And no! After 2 years, you are coming out to talk and you are forming innocent. Now let's go back to all the message that you posted on that day. All the message that you posted, all those things you posted on your story, you were talking about yourself. You look like somebody that wanted to remove herself from the whole thing. You didn't want anybody to suspect you. That is why you are posting things like, my husband value me. Nothing makes him happy more than even seeing his baby. He became worried. If you go to the next one, you see where she said, this is go to another one. Our love story. If you go to another one, we had plans. If you go to another one, Liam doesn't deserve this. If you go to another one, this thing and it. If you go to another one, you made pregnancy easy for me. It was about you. It looks like you want to take yourself out of it so that nobody will suspect you. Nobody will involve you. And by doing that, you were now pushing a narrative away from the story. The question is, why did you push a narrative away from the real story? And why did you wait till after 2 years? Like I asked, if to say the wrong by Naira Marley and co, would this be the story that you come and tell the public? Now let's go back to this recent one where you post. First of all, this recent one where you post, I just need to tell you, it no be like saying that you write down. This one where you sent to me, if you sent this one, I've read it through how many times. This doesn't look like what you wrote by yourself on your story. It looks like what somebody wrote. But let's go back. You said something about trauma. Let's go back to this other part. This other part, you said that, let me reiterate that I will not be coerced into giving full details of any disagreement my husband and I had. Couples argue. Fine. And it's normal. I would like to remind you that I recorded my husband during the episode we had after suffering trauma at the hands of NDLA officers. I played the recording back to him and he apologized. We then moved forward, got married and had a child. So basically, you are saying that recording when Mohbad talks, if he buy, make them hold you responsible, or make them hold your family responsible. Say when a family won't buy them. When you talk say you F with, you say now because of saying they go through trauma. Now why you talk that thing and he apologize to you? Guess what, my sister? If this is the reason why you say they should not fall to you, the same thing happened to Naira Marley. Just the way he came out to say that if he buy, make the whole Naira Marley responsible. Naira Marley also has his own video where he apologized to Naira Marley. Although we did not see your own apology. Does that mean that he did not apologize to you? Now you are talking about trauma before you got married. Does that mean that Mohbad was actually going through some mental pressure? From who? Was it as a result of NDLA or from some other things? Because from here now you are establishing that the guy had some problems he was going through mentally. Who did that? And if he apologized to you and he apologized to Naira Marley, so who can be the main problem? Who? Same way he talk say you too, say they buy him, say na you. He still talk say na Naira Marley. Now you say couples argue and they settle. Friends also argue and they settle. That's the way your husband will argue with you. That's why you said they argue with his friends. Then you say years later, you people moved on and had a kid. Now you see everything you wrote here. It's very clear. It's not you that wrote this. It's too perfect. I've heard you speak. It's too perfect. Again, I ask you a question. You are claiming that they pushed the narrative, misinformation. A narrative would never have started. A narrative would never have started if you had just come out the first day that boy buy. If to say you just like say, this is what happened to Mohbad. We had the fight. I remember how you people started this thing. Where did Instablog get the news that it was ear infection that by Mohbad? Who started with that first narrative before you people changed it? Because Instablog did not get that from the moon. They didn't get that from the sky. I remember vividly. Now, if you want to know why Verydarkman said that DNA test or no DNA test, number one, it's because of that voice recording. Number two, you people were so quick, I don't know if it's your camp, you people were so quick to put an account number online that people should start doing GoFundMe for Mohbad child while they were still investigating. Why were you people rushing to gather money? That's why I said, wait a minute, this looks suspicious. And he accused her of cheating. And why are they trying to do GoFundMe when they don't know what by the boy? In the heat of the moment, where everybody don't say, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, this one, that one, they put account number online. I remember, I even sent 100 naira to the account. Because I remember that time when I tell people me they don't contribute, your sister said they will sue. Like I said, Wumi, understand today that there would have never been a narrative about DNA. There would have never been a narrative of they suspect Mohbad wife. There would have never been anything if you are told this story you are telling now. So basically now, what me I believe is that somebody made you do those things on that day. Somebody hijacked it. I believe that you might be innocent. I believe that somebody might be controlling you. That's what I feel. I feel like somebody hijacked everything because of their own personal interest. Because like I said, if to say while everything was going on, they kept on releasing video when Mohbad talk say if anything happened to that, they don't Naira Marley. They kept on releasing record. They kept on releasing the one where they say in drink water and do that. Again, I say up till tomorrow, there's no video when Naira Marley touched that boy. There's equally no video of where Sam Larry touched the boy. There's a video where he attempted to, but he never touched him. which I'll still, we will come back. You see that bullying talk? We will come back to that. So now, Mohbad wife, answer this question. Why did you hold this information this long for 2 years? And why did you start with the Naira Marley narrative? You didn't call Naira Marley, but why were you pointing finger towards another direction? Why did you not go straight to the truth? Why did you scatter it? Why did you point us towards another direction when the truth is with you? Why did you start a narrative to point your hands towards somebody or some people when the truth was with you? That's the question. So answer. And like this, we'll take note what happened to that boy.
This whole thing of victimizing a widow who is mourning pain of losing her husband, and adding to her pain of saying she is responsible for the death of her husband is inhuman. That practice should be put to stop. It is wickedness. Some of them just say this thing because of their selfish interest. This is not to take you guys' time. Let me quickly run through Wumi's post. I honestly feel that Verydarkman should have investigated and judged out of emotion. Okay, let me read, guys. She said, let me reiterate that I will not be coerced into giving full details of any disagreements my husband and I had. Couples argue and it's normal. I would like to remind you that I recorded my husband during an episode he had after suffering trauma at the hands of some NDLEA officers. I played the recording back to him and he apologized. We then moved forward, got married and had a kid. Your attempt to bully me and my son are futile. Vincent, you are the last person I would ever seek help from. Your hypocrisy is striking, giving your investment in analyzing my family while ignoring your own. As a woman and mother, I found my voice will continue to stand for my son. If my previous statement haven't satisfied you, I suggest you obtain a copy of my official statement from the police. Your biased support for Mohbad's enemies is notable, but I am confident God is on my side. You can't break me or my son. Regarding the DNA test, I've stated repeatedly that I am willing to cooperate when my father-in-law is ready, and my lawyers are handling it according to the law. However, I will not be dictated to or commanded by you or anyone aside mentioned. Okay? Your audacity is appalling. Considering your role in spreading misinformation about my husband's death, your allegiance to those who bullied me and exploited him, I demand that you respect my boundaries and leave me and my son alone. You have done your family enough damage. Whoa. Let this serve as a final warning. I will no longer respond to your messages or engage with you in any way or form. Because the last time I checked, you are just one of the benefactors who bullied his immediate family and used his death to gain popularity and fame. I don't think so. If you are genuinely concerned about DNA testing, I suggest you start by questioning your own paternity. Mind your business and leave me and my family out of your vindictive pursuit. Really harsh, like really harsh. But this is coming from a piled up anger. This is coming from a woman in pain. So like she said, she's willing to do the DNA test. And I hope if she finally does the DNA test, people will still not find excuse to saying it's a fake DNA.
Alright, so I see this post by my baby girl, Str0ng. I was under the impression that it was women who were supposed to be avoiding DNA tests. So why are men the ones running now? The irony is unreal. So basically, these shots, they directed to Cubana Chief Priest 100%. You understand? Now, Str0ng will make this easy. I remember when they say make a Mohbad wife do DNA test. All of them saying that she go do it by herself until she decides. So since Str0ng won't go this route, let's make it easy. I am still willing to pay for everything Mohbad wife will do for that DNA. I will pay 100%. I'll pay for the hotel. They'll come Abuja. I'll pay for Hilton's. She go stay. The father-in-law go stay. The mother-in-law go stay. Our lawyer go stay. All of them, different rooms. Don't be saying one room. Different rooms. Go pay for the Hilton's, right? Then I'll go do the test. When they do the test, see the result. Now, this is why I'm still curious about the test. Even though the girl don't come, they explain different story for social media, right? Don't go different podcasts. Don't go different interview. One crazy thing is they keep avoiding that voice notes when leak. When Mohbad they talk say she F with. When Mohbad they accuse her, they seem to accuse her of cheating or knocking another person. They don't answer everything for every interview, but they don't really answer about that voice note. When Mohbad talks, say the girl and the family seemingly want to buy him. When Mohbad said they accusing, why? Just the way Mohbad talks, if he buy, made the owner Ramali. He get voice notes where he talk, say the Mohbad wife won't buy him and Mohbad talk him. Why are all these people not acting? That's why I believe that all these interviews where Mohbad wife on the go recently is sponsored and is biased. And all the people that interviewed them, no credibility or whatsoever, because the whole interview looked arranged. Secondly, why did they not ask her that, madam, when your husband died, why you no come talk this part? Why didn't you give a clear explanation? What made you say they've taken him away from me when you know that it was the nurse that shook him injection, when you know that he fought and then this one happened, when you know that this, when you know that. Again, you say when they took an injection, say when I rush and go hospital that night. But when you watch the video, when Mohbad they go hospital 9 in the morning, so they say na night. Now, at the end, say she don't implicate one guy where they call, well, as they spend the now, they talk very soon, the truth will come out. So let's go back. So Str0ng, if you are willing to pay for Cubana Chief Priest woman, since na him you want pull now, if you are willing to pay for the woman to come from Kenya, lodge her in the hotel, pay for everything, the DNA test will happen. But for we within Nigeria first, bring Wumi, come. Make she can't do DNA, I'll sponsor it, I'll pay for everything. Make Wumi can't do DNA, more sin. I mean, I go do there, our own doctor. If you can bring her, nah. Come, we go pay for everything, including hotel, feeding, security, cars, everything. Then immediately we do our own test. Then you two, you go fly that Cubana Chief Priest, alleged baby mama, come. She go do the DNA, everybody go do there, we'll see him. If you're ready, let me know. Until then, shush.
Wumi, I just watched a video where Verydarkman was saying that you should come to Abuja. He will lodge you in Transcorp, pay for your DNA. He also mentioned Tonto Dike's name in that video. Please don't answer him. I know Tonto Dike will never answer VDM. Please, Wumi, he is a blackmailer and a manipulator. That is the way, that is his job. He tried to manipulate the Igbos and blackmail them in China, collect voice note, voice recording. Thank God it failed. He tried to manipulate Nedu, tried to deceive the public that Nedu collected 60 million from one fake NGO that never existed in the UK. That one is now exposed to the public. That is the same way he offered Lil Smart 1 million naira to come to the same Abuja to manipulate and blackmail him. Please don't answer him. He wants to manipulate and blackmail you. This year, every video that VDM does, me, D1, I'm going to do the reply. Once he do video, I do the correction. Once he do video, I reply him. This year, I'm dedicating the whole year to correcting him. So if you are here, you say, oh, D1 is always talking about Verydarkman. Yes, now what I do with that. That's the only work I'm doing. He must be a better person. This year, he must be a better person.
Make una see me see problem. See this video why they do now. They don't because I want help Cubana Chief Priest and Mohbad wife solve their DNA case. You understand? Tonto Dike you they support Mohbad wife. Verydarkman you they support Chief Priest. You understand? Tonto Dike and Verydarkman instead of na two to the fight yourself. Make una do this thing now. Make una just become friend for this period. You understand? Make una just friend on yourself for this period. Don't you know go to be say Verydarkman you carry Chief Priest. Tonto Dike you carry Mohbad wife. You understand? Tonto Dike and Verydarkman make una find one better hospital like one popular hospital. They say when I know say them good for DNA. You understand? Make una go negotiate for the both of them. You understand? Verydarkman you carry your friend Chief Priest. You understand? Come to the hospital. Tonto Dike you carry Mohbad wife come to the hospital. You understand? Make una put camera like live camera. Make nobody bribe the doctor. You understand? Almost seriously Tonto Dike and Verydarkman since una like una say because I know say una like una say Verydarkman like Tonto Dike like Verydarkman not talk like single mother. Tonto Dike na single mother, you understand? Maybe Tonto Dike no agree for another that to every small opportunity they see then they fight because of another family people DNA test now they two don't begin fight again, you understand? Now what you go do make una pay for the DNA test by una self, make una contribute money as lovers so na be pay for both Chief Priest and Mohbad wife, you understand? Make their two make una forget Mohbad father, you understand? Carry their two come the hospital, put live camera, you understand? Make the doctor do the DNA test, you understand? Result come out. If na Chief Priest getting picking, they answer. If you no being get you understand? They answer. If no be Mohbad picking too, they go answer. If na Mohbad picking too, you understand? They go tell una, you understand? Case closed, case closed. All this things they say una don dey drag for 3 years. Every three months Mohbad family go come out DNA. Every 4 months Chief Priest baby mama go come out again. Alleged baby mama go come out again. Say make they see the picking nose. It resemble Chief Priest now show all those rubbish make it stop this year when they mad. Seriously, make all this rubbish stop this year, you understand? Because it's going to be like saying a season film. This Chief Priest Cubana alleged baby mama DNA test and Mohbad wife DNA test. Going to be like saying a season film for Nigeria. Every three months you gonna come out Mohbad wife no one do DNA. Chief Priest no one do DNA. Chief Priest don't say picking no be own. Picking no be Chief Priest be the first person where another person picking go resemble. See me here no resemble anybody from my heart. They thought I resemble Sophia, but no be Sophia bomb me. No be Nkemo bomb me. But they say resemble Nkemo, you understand? But no be him be my papa. Chief Priest no be picking. Chief Priest if you the waste time you get the money. Carry this girl come Nigeria. Force her to do DNA. Get the money so that your name go happy like the way they drag your name. Your children go come grow up now. This dragging go still go up say their father they drag say one picking for Kenya no be ono. I be the way make your children come do the DNA test for you to prove say that when their brother so that them they play football together. It no make sense now. Mohbad wife own too. If Mohbad wife serious for DNA, she for don't enter hospital, carry camera put by herself, call the whole world, you understand? Do the DNA by fire by force, you understand? They just they linger the thing, they can make sure that they go to trend forever. It be like all of them mad. On the craze. Almost seriously, Tonto Dike and Verydarkman make una do this thing we are talking, you understand? Make una two come together, just even if na for 2 weeks, you understand? Make una just create a program for 2 weeks, you understand? For Mohbad wife and Cubana Chief Priest, you understand? Tonto Dike you talk to Mohbad wife, now your friend, you understand? Bring her come, you they support them, you understand? Verydarkman you Chief Priest, now your guy tell her say Baba come, this thing make run am, you understand? You get confidence, you no be give this guy belay, you understand? Make una jump for the hospital, you and Tonto Dike, make una come as lovers, so na be, you understand? Come as lovers, go there, solve this problem, they do the DNA test once and for all, result come and everybody claim their result, you understand? If no be then get the result for everybody discharge, you understand? Case closed, you understand? Instead every 3 months, I go come and tell Tonto Dike, see my Chief Priest Cubana not say because Tonto Dike ask for help in decline. Tonto Dike don't dey pursue and say, you understand? The thing don't dey become like listen a better important, no be important case, no matter how I try to make them important, no be no concern us, you understand? If I don't like, make una no do any for me personally. When I see something they carry Mohbad matter for because no be my family, you no concern me at all, you understand? If I say una demand every time I go carry DNA, they disturb person online.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and please my love, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a video. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.